Hi, and welcome to Clash with Kutty. Well, it looks like I'm back. I was able to acquire 2 accounts from some friends of mine, and they have name changes. I will be changing my names after I publish this video to the names everybody knows. But I am back, and it's good to be back. The clan's changed quite a bit. We lost a lot of good guys. Looks like we gained a lot of good guys too. I have to say, I've been kind of impressed actually. I logged on with an old account just to see what was going on, and I saw that we'd still been winning, and I talked to Brad about it, and you know, he convinced me that it would probably be good to come back. He asked me a couple months ago if I was to come back, and I was like, nah, I'm done. But apparently, you know, with the CWL and everything, the War League, it's really awesome. I'm watching videos. I've actually got about 9 really awesome bases. I'm running one of the bases that I found in the war right now. And so yeah, it's good to be back. I'm planning on making videos, helping people again, giving people bases, and we'll see where it goes. But I appreciate everybody taking care of the clan while I've been gone, and I appreciate being accepted back. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So it's good to be back, boys. Let's start kicking some butt. Apparently, since I left, Air has become king because of the updates. This was an attack I saw from one of our guys. Don't know how to say his name, don't know where he came from, and he actually left, so don't know if he's coming back. But he basically had an engineered Town Hall 10, and the only troops he had were these, and these troops are just fine to do this base, to do Town Hall 9, and these are max defenses on Town Hall 9. Obviously, it's base dependent, but for a lot of bases, this works, especially if, you know, actually, he's a Town Hall 10 troops, engineered, well, not very well engineered, but so basically all he's doing is he's nuking with 2 lightnings and 1 earthquake on each of the air defenses, and then he's raging his dragons to the other air defenses, and that's basically it. You don't even need to worry about you know, the CC, because the dragons will just toast it. And he didn't even really worry about a funnel, he just dropped them. But it's probably better to funnel them if you can towards the air defenses. But it's a simple attack, you know, it's worth a try, especially on a lot of these bases for a lot of these clans that really stink, which is what you get a lot of the times. So nice attack, whatever your name is. So in this video, I'm just going to deal with Town Hall 9, and this was my Town Hall 9 I acquired. My Town Hall 11 is just not ready to do attacks. And this is just, I'm only going to focus on this one type of attack, which is basically a go lava, but with 2, I believe it's a stone they used to call it. And what you're trying to do here is, you're trying to get 2 air defenses and the queen. Now, for this base, and these are our bases, obviously you want to come that way. I mean, this base is just set up perfectly for this attack. So what I did was I attacked 3 or 4 of our bases, and I actually got them on the first try with this attack. And the important thing is you have to make your funnel. The bowlers are key to this attack. You got to get the bowlers in there, and you got to rage them. You can use 2 rages. I've been using a rage and a heal. So you see here, and it starts with 2 golems. Now, this first time I attacked his base, I did not know the Tesla was there. So that kind of messed me up a little bit, but I switched it up, and I still got the base. But the second time I attacked it, it was a lot easier because I knew the Tesla was there, obviously. So what you want to do is make sure you get your funnel. Now, I almost screwed the funnel up because of that Tesla, but I was able to get him in there. And I believe some of the bowlers actually walked. So I'm jumping into both air defenses, and I'm raging my bowlers, and that's key. The raging of the bowlers. He had a golem in there, which took a little bit of time. That Tesla there is gone, so that pulls some of my troops out, but that's fine. And all I'm trying to do here is literally get the two air defenses and the queen, and then it's just I'll go Lavalunian. I actually forgot that I even had hastes. This was like the first attack I actually did, so I probably would have hasted a little earlier. But you just use haste to get the balloons where you want to go, and that's it. And you want to plan obviously where the balloons go. You get 2 per defense. Let's go to the next one. The next base was Nitro's second base, and this base was a lot more difficult to get actually. And again, you're getting 2 air defenses in the queen, so I decided to come from all the way pretty much at 6 o'clock and throw my jump spell right there to get in there. It's a long way and it's a little risky, but with this base, it's kind of difficult to do it any other way. I do manage to get this. Now, keep in mind, it's basically 1 golem per air defense you want to get, and that holds true. That's what it was back in the day when I was playing, and it's still the same way. So I will show an attack that one of the enemies in one of the last 2 wars did a really nice attack against one of our bases, and he used just 1 golem to get one of the air defenses. So it changes the attack a little bit, but it's still the same principle. So once you get those 2 air defenses and you get the queen, you just going clockwise. Now I wanted to get that right there because he was pelting my heroes, and the balloons are pretty much there's nothing that can hit them, so they can take those out. And then I'm coming in from the top, and you're always going clockwise or counterclockwise with your balloons. You want to go circular, so then the balloons can come back and to the middle of the base and go around it, like they do here. And then it's just, you decimate the base. With this attack is just so much more powerful because of the, what they did for the balloons. It's insane. Just to show you, I literally got these bases on 1 try. Undead let me have his base, and to try here, I tried this one next, and here, it's set up perfectly for this attack. You're coming in there, you have to make your funnel because you got all this stuff on the outside. You got to wall break the sucker in, and I actually tried this later without a wall break because I didn't have any wall breakers, and I still got it. I jumped in, but it's much easier when you do this and you can jump deeper into the base. That guy right there on the outside, you gotta watch out for that. But then here, boom, you're raging, and I actually just dropped. I didn't even know he had CC loons. I completely ignored him, so I messed that up. But it didn't matter, and then there you go. You're just going clockwise, or in this case, I went clockwise with the balloons, and they just go around the base. This tag is just ridiculous. Thanks for letting me try Undead, and thanks for all the crap you were giving me. I love it. Me and Brad were having a good time with it, man. The last attack, I think, is on Dragon. At least the last attack on our bases. And this base, I'm going to tell you, is a difficult base. I looked at it, and I didn't know what to do. So I decided to come from the top, and I know it was risky, but I just didn't really know what else to do. So I was going to wall break right there and come in, and I'm throwing my jump right over there to try to get those 2 air defenses right up top. That's all I was trying to get. So I bring my 2 golems, again, 1 golem per air defense, make the funnel. They're going in, and now I'm jumping right there. Now I thought I messed this jump up when I threw it in. So my funnel's made so I can drop my heroes and my bowlers. I thought I messed the jump up, and which would have totally screwed everything up. Which is why I raged, try to get them through the wall. But it turns out that they went in, and then I throw my heel down, and it's just gonna take out those air defenses in the queen like nobody's business. Pretty much just guts the base, and then it's pretty simple after that. Drop some wizards over there to start cleaning up, and then I come in with the hounds and the loons. This one I didn't even go clockwise. I just did. I did the two sides because the air defenses were so far apart. I didn't want to wait, so I wanted to drop it right away. So I just did one corner then the other. Thanks, Dragon. And there is one more attack on our bases, and this one here, pretty much, you're just coming from the side over there around 2 o'clock, coming right in there and jumping right to the queen, making the funnel that right in there. It's kind of a really big funnel, but you got a lot of space to make it. And again, I was just using one army. You could have used a baby dragon somewhere instead of the wizards, but I just used the same army when I was attacking, so I just made it work. And that's the thing about this attack. You can just make this army pretty much work for most bases. You can tinker with it here and there. The key is just making your funnel, getting the bowlers in, and jumping to the air defenses and the queen, and raging and throwing your heel on them. When you get to CC or whatever, or you're going to hit bombs, just keep those bowlers up in the rage and healed, and they just destroy the base. And don't worry that we're showing the bases, guys. I've got tons of bases for you. Pretty much the way that we've always done it is, if your base gets 3-starred by a Town Hall 9, then you got to switch it. So if you get 3-starred by a Town Hall 10, like I know Dragon's base did in the one war right away, then it's a good base, because if it takes a Town Hall 10 to take you out, then it's done its job. That's the key. So most of the bases that I'm giving people, like I gave Nitro a base yesterday that a Town Hall 10 that they had to drop down and take it. So all the bases I give usually are pretty good. So thanks again for the FCs, the friendly challenges. So this attack was by a clan that we were just fighting that I was watching. I was watching the wars, last couple of wars here. You guys did a really nice job. And this guy, I just want to show you what he's using, the same attack I'm using, but he's using 3 hounds and 1 golem, because he's only trying to get the 1 air defense. So that's the key. And then you can pick up more loons, and you pick up an extra hound, which is what he did. So he's getting in there. Now he was forced to jump right there. To me, he was just doing that because he wanted to make sure he got in. And it's kind of looks like a real pain in the butt to actually have to bomb that side up there, which is nice design. But if you could bomb there on that wall instead of using the jump, it would have been a lot more effective to use the jump in the middle of the base. But it didn't matter. I mean, that's how powerful this attack is. It just really just does not matter. And he just comes through. He takes off the top of the base and just comes through and just wrecks it. I mean, it was a really nice attack by this guy. So I wasn't sure when I was going to reveal who I was, but I figured 6 stars would be good to do, and it happened, even though I got a little bit lucky in the second one. But this attack is really good, and I don't even have max heroes on max defenses, and I'm still getting it. So I'm going to go through these attacks and what I was thinking and how I planned for them, since they're a little different than the attacks I was doing before on our own bases. I really didn't really plan for those, but I actually planned for these. Sorry if I I rubbed anybody the wrong way before you knew who I was, but I guess the way I can be sometimes rubs people the wrong way. But Undead handled me pretty well here, so that was good. So let's get to it here. Obviously, when you look at this base, it's, you want to come in here. I can get these two here, and again, I wanted to use this attack. It's not that you necessarily need to only use this attack. I'm just showing this attack for everybody, so if they want to try it. But yeah, so you want to go the funnel there. So I have to make the funnel, and so my plan was, you have to watch out for right here. I want to take these out, and I can do that with something, and I don't really worry about somebody hitting me, except for right there. But then I knew I was going to drop my golems there. So this one, it pretty much, there's really only one way to go at it with this attack, and that's right from the top. So I drop my wizards up top, and I drop my golems, and I'm going to make my funnel. Now that I waited, again, with this attack, because, you have a while, you don't have to worry about the CC. The only time you really have to worry is when the CC is coming out and nailing you. So I knew I had time. They're not going to really get in there and do anything until, the CC comes out. There are some point defenses hitting it, but there's only 2 on each golem, and the golems can last a decent amount of time. I know once I toss that jump, that's when I'm going to get, the CC on me, and I better have all my queen in there, because the queen pretty much handles the CC with a poison on it. Now notice here, I don't bring wall breakers here, so I was able to bring some other stuff. I was able to bring, more wizards than normal, because I didn't need the wall breakers. So again, here they come. I'm dropping my wizards, making my funnel. The funnel is pretty much made right now. I get everything in. Then I drop my jump. I probably should have dropped my bowlers sooner, but I was clicking on the damn screen and I couldn't get to them because the dude had stuff all the way on top, so they had to go all the way on top. So my bowlers are not in there, which turns out to be probably a good thing, because then those Valks aren't hitting them. But I want to drop my heal on those bowlers while those Valks are there, because those Valks will kill my bowlers in a second. But with everything raged, it just destroys everything, and they get right into the core, and then boom. I mean, heck, those things take out the frickin' almost the second air defenses, but they take out, and this is what I really wanted, those blowers. They take out the blowers, which really, it makes attacks super easy. So now it's just, you're just going around the base, and you don't even need to go clockwise or anything. You just come from here, and then I came from here, and then they're both gonna travel that way to finish it up. Pretty simple attack, simple base. One of the keys is just 2 balloons per defense, guys. That's what you want to do. You just don't want to just throw them out aimlessly. Okay, so for my second attack, and I definitely got lucky on this attack. I did not know. Again, I'm trying to make this attack work. Now, I might have probably gone with a ground attack on this base because it's so compact. But, the air attack does work. So originally when I was looking at this, I wanted to come in through here, and I wanted to put a jump right there, which would have killed all of this and this. The problem is that if I had put a golem here, this thing is beating on my golem, this thing's beating on my golem, and this thing's beating on my golem. I've got the 2 point defenses, which aren't a big deal, but when you have this beating on my golem too, I just did not know if my golem would survive, because I had to make a funnel. I have to clear these 2 things out. So originally I was like, okay, with the air defense being out of there, I could just throw a baby dragon there, or I could throw 2. Originally I was going to go with 2 minions, 1 on each one. That takes a little bit of time, but I could have done that without a golem in there, because they'll hit them all by themselves. So my other golem, I had to go right here. And I wanted a wall break in here, but I had to make sure when I put this golem in that he gets his aggro, because he'll kill my wall breakers. this guy should be over here on this golem, so he shouldn't be killing my wall breakers. So I should be able to get my wall breakers in, but in doing all of this, I was really worried that that my golem was going to get trashed. So then I was thinking maybe coming from this side, but again, the way that he's got this here with this stupid defense right here, it just complicated things, and then I didn't. I was gonna go on this side, and then I was like, I'm gonna just look at the top before I go, and so I did, and I ended up going on with the top because and it's a little bit of a risk because the queen is kind of far, but I figured if I jump into here, put my jump there, and they get into this court, they should kill the queen. And on top of it, I get this blower. I was a little bit concerned about this blower because if I kill, if I come in over, on the side over here, or I come in on the bottom, then I gotta drop my loons from up here. And dropping the loons from up here, having this blower on them, it could be a problem. That could really screw the whole attack. So I ended up coming from the top. So I start there with my minions, and again, I check to see before I drop them if anything can hit them. I dropped those minions there because this guy here, I was a little worried about him hitting one of the minions. So I put my golem there. Now at this point in time, I've got my funnel made right now. I did a test wall breaker just to make sure there's no little stupid bombs out there. I threw the rest of my wall breakers in. Boom. Now we're in. Drop my king, drop my queen. Now that the CC's coming out, that caught me a little off guard. I was a little late. That CC kind of screwed my attack up, I think, and it would have gotten a lot. I wasn't anticipating the CC to get in that much now, that quickly, but I'm still okay here. CC's down, that's down, everything's in there. My rage, I would have liked to have my bowlers in the rage now. I think I put my rage a little premature. Like the bowlers should be raged right now because they would just destroy the core, and instead the core destroyed my bowlers. They took out the core, but they didn't get the Teslas. That really could have screwed my attack up. That's the mistake, is that I raged way too soon. But I panicked a little bit because of the CC. But again, I'm just going clockwise around the base here. Now at this point, I think I'm screwed. I admit it. I just got to get to that air defense because this guy's got everything so compact and everything so far away from outside that the balloons take forever to get there. But once I get the air defense, I'm like, okay, I got a chance because my queen's still there. And once I got that, I thought I had it. I knew if I get this this archer tower, I got him. So this is it right here. This is the boom, one shot left, the queen gets him. I know I got the base. There's just no way. I mean, they're gonna eat through it unless there's a stupid air bomb. I'm sitting there watching this like, okay, no air bomb, and there wasn't. So I ended up getting the base. And then the mistake that I made there was the rage way too soon. I would have just totally destroyed this base if I put it in. If I would have put the rage right here, that would have just destroyed the base. So what I also needed to do was to drop my poison quicker. And that was a mistake. So, but you live and you learn. So anyways, we get to the last part here, and I'm about to change my name. Once this sucker goes live on the mini account, it'll be that, and on my regular account, it will be that. So it's good to be back, boys. Looking forward to getting back to Warren. I hope you enjoyed the video.